The light crossbow, a simple yet elegant tool for dispatching your enemies at a distance. While the pistol crossbow sports a modern design, this thing is definitely old school. Let's take a look at the stats. The light crossbow has a magazine of 1, total ammo of 50, rate of fire of 40, damage of 240, accuracy of 18, stability of 19, concealment of 29, and threat of 10. Now, like the other weapons in this pack, there are only 2 mods for it. You can have the explosive bolt or the poison bolt. With the poison bolt, you lose out on some total ammo and some damage, and with the explosive bolt, you gain a little bit of damage. So I like to think of this weapon as the middle ground between the other bows and crossbows. You know, it's more powerful than the Planesrider bow, though it does have the same amount of ammo, and it's definitely less powerful than the heavy crossbow. Another weapon that you could actually compare this to is the R93. Reason being is that they have very similar damage, and I find that they take the same amount of shots to kill most things, especially on Death Wish, so they're going to have very similar performance. However, their functionality is very different. Reason being is one is a sniper and one is a crossbow. So, yeah, we're going to have to see how that holds up in the gameplay, but another thing that is fairly interesting about the crossbow, and the heavy crossbow as well, is that they have decent concealment. Now, I can suspend my disbelief with the bow. You know, it has really good concealment, but reason being is maybe you can kind of wrap it around your body and hide it in your suit, right? But with the crossbow, I have no idea where you're hiding this thing. It's a giant crossbow. Where are you gonna put it, you know? Even with like SMGs and submachine assault rifles, those things can be pretty tiny, but this is a crossbow. Where are you hiding this thing? I don't get it. I just don't. I'm going to be using the regular crossbow, and no special bolts for the gameplay.
We did it once. We can do. Ready for the shot? Okay, listen. You're looking for the paintings marked with red stickers. They got unusually tight security here.
Oh wow, nobody noticed that.
Even a security room, so do
Nobody
your
noticed that either. It's okay, nobody notices anything. I would just run around and kill them all. Or I should use this rather. Super sneaky, look at this. Alrighty, the light crossbow. This thing is probably the most versatile weapon of the bunch that we got. Reason being is that it has the damage of a sniper rifle, but it's not nearly as slow as, say, the other crossbow as well as the longbow. Those weapons are just very slow in general. That was a very fortunate spot for the keycard.
Keep an eye out, clowns. They just wrapped up the security.
Stop that. Wait, where is it? Oh, it's over in C. I done missed it. Nope, too late. So as you can see, it has a relatively fast reload, and it's nothing to worry about, really. Not like the heavy crossbow where you have to turn a big giant crank, and it's not like the longbow where, you know, it has a really slow drawstring, and you're gonna have a hard time aiming it until it's fully charged. Well, I wouldn't say hard, but like harder. So because of this thing's really nice ease of use, it makes it actually probably, in my opinion, one of the more decent weapons in the pack. Like, yeah, I might actually, you know, bother seeing someone using this because, or someone bothering themselves to use this because, you know, it's actually fairly decent when using any heist, Death Wish, or otherwise. Because of its nice speed, it has the ability to take care of multiple enemies much easier than, say, the other weapons. And, well, I guess the one downside is, with the Planesrider bow, if you're in Swan Song, you have the ability to spam your arrows on the ground. You know, if you shoot your arrows a whole bunch, you can pick them up as ammo, which is really nice for explosive rounds when you can't get those arrows back. With the crossbow, you can't spam them on the ground like crazy because, well, you can only shoot one at a time. So, I guess that's one downside. It's a really niche use of the Planesrider, but, you know, some people, like myself, do appreciate that fact and utilize it, especially for the explosive arrow Planesrider bow. I do believe that this weapon is more reliable in terms of the explosive and poison versions. Since it does do more damage, it also has a better reliability when killing units, you know? One of the things that's a problem with explosive rounds in this game, explosives in general, you know, grenades and explosive rounds like HE and other things. Oh, please don't tase me. Is that they usually don't kill. You know, they sometimes they can do a bit of good damage, but mostly they're used for stunning units and stumbling them. But with a higher damage on the light crossbow, it actually, god damn it, again taser. It actually has a good amount of chance to kill whatever unit you're trying to attack. Unlike the heavy crossbow and the longbow, I can't exactly say for sure how many it'll take to kill, you know, like special units and stuff, but it's definitely a lot more powerful than the Plains Rider. And in a sense, it's more reliable since you can easily, you know, just switch to it real quick and then shoot it off. Whereas with the Plains Rider, you have to manually, you know, you have to draw the string back every time you pull the weapon out. So that's something you have to memorize. Doesn't look like he's going to give himself up. You do also have a lot of ammo with this, so you really never run out. Especially if you keep picking up your arrows. Unless you use explosive ones, in which case, well, you have to hit up ammo bags. However, since it is still a crossbow, it's not nearly as fast as, say, a pistol, an assault rifle, an SMG. So, you know, if you get in that pickle situation, it's definitely nice to have a good secondary. Yeah, the regular version of this, without any special arrows, is quite useful. And I do believe it has the ability to kill cloakers in one shot to the head, as long as you get a headshot. So pretty much everything will die, except for tasers, if you hit them in the head. Which is really nice. And the reload is not a problem, as you can see. The speed of this is quite fast. Spawn camp here for days, if my aim is good. Yeah. Oh, nice. Those shields just came into existence. Whoa, whoa, what's happening? Help. Oh, there we go. Sorry, dragon. So, using this thing is definitely a lot easier than the Plains Rider bow, and that's the thing I'm trying to stress with this weapon. It's a little sad that that's a thing, because I knew that when they added the Plains Rider bow, a crossbow, you know, a lot of people wanted a crossbow, and it was not out of the question at that point to add one. But I was afraid that if they did, they would make a crossbow that was just outright easier to use and better than the Plains Rider bow, and this kind of fits that bill. Like, yeah, it's a good weapon, but it is a little sad that it tosses the Plains Rider bow, you know, just out of the way. Because crossbows are just immensely easy to use. I mean, just shoot. Just click and shoot, you know. With the bow, you have to actually worry about aiming and the drawstring time and everything, but with this, it's just click, click, just click, or slash. You can do that too. There seems to be a lot of people in here. Uh-oh. No, no, please. No, please. Oh, hi. Oh, the paintings are available. Okay, we should probably get those. As with the other weapons in this DLC, they have surprisingly good concealment, so something that is worth mentioning, I suppose, is that it's very good for crit builds. Although, the crit version of the light crossbow, there's really nothing too special about it, whereas, you know, with the javelin and the longbow, you can, you know, one-shot a bulldozer if you have your setup done correctly and everything. What are you shooting at, AI? Stop that! You're scurrying me. Wow, we did not get very many paintings or something. Yep, see, one shot a cloaker. Not bad, not half bad. Though, to be honest, using a sniper rifle probably is still easier than using the crossbow. I mean, it does have sniper rifle damage, but it does not have that penetration, nor does it have a nice little magazine. Sure, it does have more ammo, and you are more... well, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, you don't have to rely on ammo bags simply because you can pick up arrows off the ground. And what is going wrong with me? Holy moly. There we go. I haven't missed that throw so many times. Oh, here we go. Yeah, because the AI in this game, you know, they're not incredibly smart. They don't run around in circles, and they kind of just run at you or stay still. Using a crossbow is definitely a viable means of gameplay, which is something interesting to say. I think using the crossbow is actually really fitting for, say, a dodge build, because going into cover all the time helps you regen your armor, and if you're running grinder too, it gives you health back, so you know you don't stay out in the open too long. Kind of forces you to play very smart, kind of like using double barrel shotguns. You know, you don't have a lot of ammo, but it does have a lot of power, so you have to make sure every shot counts. Same with this. Uh-oh. That is a bulldozer. Excuse me. Don't hurt me. No, he hurt me. What? Am I hitting the thing? Uh-oh. Ah, damn it. Got me again. Of course, no matter how strong a weapon is, if it can't kill a bulldozer relatively fast, you're gonna have problems, so... That backup, make sure you have a good one. I don't know how these guys are stealing them, because it seems like it should have been from up top. That's not good. Oh, he already put one down. Okay, perfect. And I took a package instead of healing myself. Excuse me. Stop hurting me, blocks. Okay, we need to get out. This is bad. No bueno. Oh, yes, snipers. One thing that the crossbow is not very good at. It does have decent range, but for something as far away as snipers, you're going to have to compensate quite a bit with the aim, and I don't got time for that. Time or health. Okay, I don't know what's happening. Now I know what's happening even less. Flashbangs, help. Oh my god. Damn, they be throwing a lot of flashbangs. Yeah, them tasers, they need 2 shots to kill. Okay, let's get the hell on out of here. Oh, he's dead. Let's go, go, go. Get out. I guess I could try to get that sniper. I have no idea how high I should aim. I'll get him eventually, right? I can't tell, you know, if I'm shooting too far or... Well... I would like to get some health back. Alright, fuck it. Enough fucking with him. Just take him out with bullets. What? How many do we have? Okay, we have more than enough. Let's get on out of here. I should be pro basketball player. Toss paintings in the ban. Ban. Too good. Ah! He missed or I missed. No, it was him that missed. Because my aim is perfect. Impeccable. As well as my body. I can toss my own body in the van, no problem.
Great job. I'll start moving this stuff through our fences right away. Enjoy your payday, gang.
Wonderful. Kind of surprised my accuracy is that low, even so. I guess it's the pistol? I don't know. Bloodsucker.